Welcome to Rochester Business Connections, powered by Balbert Marketing, LLC, where I get the chance to chat with Rochester, New York's very best business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders. I am your host, Ben Albert. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember, we don't do advertisements. My fee for this show is simple. If you gain value from the episode, personally share with a friend and explain your favorite part. Let's get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rochester Business Connections. I am here with Erin Korn. How are we doing today, Erin?
I'm good. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I'm excited for this conversation because ultimately Erin keeps people healthy, happy, fit, and you know your business a lot better than I do. Give us a bird's eye view of what you do at Barre Dance and Fitness, right?
Yeah. So it's kind of like a play word. So it's called the bar. So it's just a ballet term for the handle that you hold onto the bar along the wall. So that's BARRE in French. So it's kind of a play on words. But basically, the bar dance and fitness is just a space where adults of all ages and all experience levels can come together and experience the joy of dance as an adult. So a lot of my students are beginners. They've danced either in high school or in college, and they just want to get back into it or do something for themselves as an adult. So a lot of times it's, the mom who needs their night away or just trying to explore a new hobby. But for those of you who aren't technically dancers, we also have some fitness classes. So barre is really popular, Zumba, yoga, anything just to get your body moving and stay active. So there's a lot of support and a lot of encouragement here.
Yeah, that's great. So it's bar, it's not barre. I completely butchered that, right?
That's okay. I hear it a lot. So, if you're a non-dancer, it probably looks like barre.
So Barre Dance and Fitness, how long ago did you guys open?
We actually opened right before COVID. So I had a soft opening in January and February, and then kind of like fully launched in March. So we have been kind of, thrown into the rest of the businesses around here who have been, forced to shut down because of the pandemic. But we've been open again since end of July. So just almost 3 months now. And it's been good, challenges, but we can handle it.
Totally. Yeah. And, thanks for starting a dance studio. Two things that I always think right off the bat is dancing's fun and it's good for you. It's good exercise. But beyond just those two simple things that everyone knows, why are you so into dance and fitness? Why are you so passionate about it? And why did you start Barre Dance and Fitness in the first place?
Yeah. So for me, I'm not really the best with my words, but I have no trouble at all like performing. So as long as I don't have to sing, I really think that dance and movement is just a complete universal language just across the world, and it's really expressive without having to try to speak. So I think a lot of people can understand movement and find expression for themselves through dancing. So I think people, especially right now, need a way of expressing themselves, kind of like a little outlet for their feelings and emotions. Sorry, my dogs joined me.
Oh. Can you get them on camera?
Luca. Let's see. Hi.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's my baby.
He's got a loud leash or something, it looks like.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. I wanted to address the elephant in the room because I heard the sound and then you said it was a dog and I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that was Luca, my dog. And So, the just through movement and dancing, dance has endless benefits, right? So it boosts your self-esteem, it raises your confidence, and it just helps get people through, I think, an emotional time. So I know it did that way for me growing up. That's always been a constant in my life, and just a way that I can release emotions and stress. And I think right now that's just so important, especially since there's no pressure to try to talk or anything like that. If you're anything like me, I just feel more comfortable just letting my body talk and kind of going through working out some stuff that may be going on in your life. So
Oh, it's incredible. Anyone who knows me really well knows I'm a music guy. And one of the things I've been missing more than anything, reasonably so, is going to live concerts and
yeah,
being able to dance and mingle and kind of use your body in that setting. You express that it's a great way to release emotion and get over things. I'm just curious if there's any times in your life, from childhood to now, that you kind of you just felt the need to dance, and you just felt just completely blissful after doing that, and it released the emotion you needed to get out.
yeah. So like I said, I've been dancing since I could walk, so since I was a kid. So there's been a lot of just everybody has their story, right? And I've been through a couple of really impactful things, throughout my life. So, first it was when I was 10, my parents got divorced. I just spent, hours at the studio just dancing and feeling supported and loved by my dance family there at the studio and my teachers. So I remember how important they were to me then. And then just coming through a tough time in my early teens with, you know, body image issues. So a lot of things that a lot of girls go through, as they enter their teens and, coming out of high school and going into college. I just always have felt that, whenever I'm frustrated, I'll just turn on the music and dance and just kind of work through it that way. And then, especially right now, just being kind of um, in this weird season of life that nobody thought they would ever go through, right? The thing that I do is I just dance. And so it's always been like the one thing that has always made me feel better. And that was a huge reason why I opened the studio, is because I remember just how impactful that was for me. And if I could share that with other people, like I just can't help myself. I want to share that with other people and just give them an outlet, give them a way to kind of escape, if you will, and just kind of work through some emotions that, you might not get the opportunity to do at home because, life pulls you in so many different directions. And when you come to class, that hour is yours, and you just spend it just really focusing on yourself and doing something good for your mind, body, and spirit. So,
I love it. I always call it aha moments where something just clicks. Like maybe you just get a big smile going, or suddenly the muscle memory. Because my muscle memory, I'm a klutz. So those moments where I'm sure you see it all the time in class, where something just clicks in one of your students, and suddenly it becomes much more easier, even more fun.
yeah.
Um,
And I love to see that. I have students who've been with me even like right before COVID who came back, and I just see the progress every single week and every single month, and just their confidence, and even the way that they stand, their posture is a little bit just displays a little bit more confidence because they're getting better and they're clicking, they're getting it. They're like, oh, okay, I did that wrong for 4 weeks in a row, and now today I've got it right. So it's just it's really rewarding um, to see that actually come into play. Um, and also, I just wanted to mention too, I as a dancer, and I've taught since 2012. So half of that was spent working with kids, half of that was spent working with adults at a different dance studio, or a couple different ones around Rochester. Um, but there's never really been a place, especially for me as an adult, just to go and take a class, especially for beginners. So I've taken some adult workshops and some adult classes, but they're seasonal. They're kind of like, it's hit or miss. And it's not really geared for beginners. You kind of have to know what you're doing when you go into it. So there's really, the adult dance market just from my experience, has been kind of just lacking and underserved. So that's, another reason why I was like, you know what, I'm just going to create a space for this group of people who maybe just want to try dancing, just so they feel safe and supported, because it's nerve wracking, right, to try something new, especially as an adult. You have all these fears that pop up in your head, and so I just wanted to create just a space where everybody knew they could come here, no matter where they're coming from, what experience, what background they have, and just know that they're going to be welcomed with open arms.
That's great. It's kind of like showing up to the gym after a 6-month break, or you're great at this, and this, but you've never danced before. It's nice to be able to show up and not be judged.
Yeah.
Erin, are you a Rochester native, or tell us a little bit about your history here?
Yeah, so I grew up, born and raised in Rochester. So I grew up in Brockport. So I went to school there, K through 12th grade. And then, K through 11th. And then I went to North Star Christian Academy my senior year. And that's when I changed dance studios, but I grew up dancing in Brockport. And so I've lived here all my life. I really don't have anything to compare it to, but I do love it here. I like all 4 seasons. I enjoy, summer activities, winter sports, so like skiing and snowboarding and things like that. And I'm definitely a water person in the summer. So, out on the jet skis and, swimming and things like that. So I love Rochester just because I can get all 4 of those. And this is kind of where my roots are, my family, my friends. So
I love it. Is there any favorite spots, lakes, oceans, this or that, near Rochester to go jet skiing or just to see nature?
yeah, so there's a couple of different places, kind of like on my side of town. So I'm a West Sider, so I love Braddock's Bay. That's kind of, we usually take the jet skis in there, or like the Irondequoit Bay. Sometimes we'll go over there, but there's there's little avenues, like little waterways that's fun to take on the jet skis. So like going down the canal to where the Genesee and the Erie Canal cross, and then going up to where the Lilac Bridge is. That's pretty cool. And then there's a lot of trails that I take my dogs hiking, and one of them is over here in Parma. And then there's like a bird trail down at the end, and near like Manitou, I think it is. There's like a bird trail watch area. I'm not exactly sure what it's called.
I want to know because I want to check it out.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. It's like, I think it's like Braddock's Bay Birdwatch or something. I'll have to look it up and send it to you. But I just stumbled upon it one day, and it's just really peaceful and serene. So I won't keep it a secret. I'll look it up and I'll show you or tell you once I figure out what it's called.
I love that answer because by now it's almost a cliche, but COVID has shook everything up. One thing that's still intact is the beauty of nature. It's completely safe to be out there alone or with just a person or two and get on the jet ski, go hiking, anything like that. So that's something ultimately fun and positive that we can do in these crazy times. In crazy times, we do a lot of thinking. We do a lot of pivoting. There's challenges. I'm curious if there's either a challenge that's came up lately or just something positive that you've been working on throughout this past year that you're looking forward to in the future.
Yeah. So, believe it or not, I am so thankful for COVID that it happened. And the reason is I
I
am,
got I got in trouble for saying that on social media a week
oh
ago.
no, I'm thankful that for the time that I've been able to have because of COVID. So I am such a busybody. This is I also have a full time job during the day, so this is just a passion that I make time for because it's important to me. Um, so eventually, I'd like to continue to grow it and just be able to do this full time. But for now, with the time that I've had um, extra, just because of everything just kind of slowing down, it's given me time to really think about the direction of the business, and where I kind of want to take this. So I have some projects that I'm working on in terms of that are COVID safe, like virtual student showcases. Just I've been going through some different trainings to offer some different classes in the future. So those are all just like little things that are in the works. But I've also just spent a lot of time on some self reflection and just working through practicing being more in the moment, because I feel like prior to all of this happening, I was like half in, half out because I'm thinking about the next thing that I have to do. So I think that a lot of people were just the same as me, going from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, and you're not truly um, intentional in being in the moment. That's how I was, anyways. So I think now it's been a good practice to kind of just slow down a little bit, really be present in where you are and give your full attention to whoever you're with, whether that's on a Zoom meeting like this, or whether it's on the phone, or if you're socially distancing with someone, or whatever. You just I feel like I'm a little bit more intentional. So that applies in the business too. So I'm not trying to rush anything. I'm just taking my time, and I'm kind of creating some special um, content, some special projects, some special workshops and things like that, just so I can be there a little bit more in full, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they say sometimes you need to slow down to speed up.
Mhm.
Just I'm the same way, that my mind is always moving and I'm thinking next step, next step, next step. Sometimes you need to slow down and just appreciate where you are and who you're with, and have respect and compassion for that. One thing that was running through my head, I'm always curious. So you're a dancer. While you're in, like, let's say a very challenging routine, do
Mhm.
you have to think of the moment, the next movements? Or are you just like so in the moment that you can find that total in the zone flow state? Or is it a little bit of both? Or, do you
Yeah.
still have challenges with that? What's it look like when you're on a high level? Because me being at a lower level, I'm stuck in my head for every single move. What's your experience with that?
That's a really great question, and I get that I get that question a lot, actually, because I think for a dancer, at least for me, my whole body gets into it, right? So I'm like kind of dancing out the song. So if I've practiced the routine, if I know the choreography, my body will just remember it and just kind of flow. So really, in my head, I'm just like in complete zen while I'm dancing. So I'm not thinking about the next move. I'm not, um, really lining things up. It just goes. So I don't. It's really hard to explain, except for the fact that it's like I just call it my dance zen mode. I'm just like my body is just taking me through the movement, and I'm just feeling it, and my body knows what to do without me having to really put my head together with it. So I can just focus on the emotion that's being displayed in the choreography or the song or the music.
Perfect. Yeah, that's powerful. I enjoy talking to you. We've dived deep. I want to kind of lighten the mood with just some quick, easy, like either or rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Um, and we'll get started with coffee or tea,
Coffee.
beer or wine.
It depends. Beer in the summer, wine in the winter.
Okay, I like that. Morning person or night owl?
Night owl, definitely.
You said you like all the seasons. Do you have a number one favorite season?
Um, I love fall, but all of my favorite activities are in the winter and summer. So I love snowboarding and I love jet skiing. So, but my favorite season is fall.
So is it fall for like the prettiness and then spring in, more for the activities?
Yeah. So fall for just like, hiking, the foliage, like
Mm,
the comfy sweaters, like things like that. I like to be cold and have the option to bundle up. But I really enjoy the summer just because, and the winter just because of the activities that I get to do.
totally.
Mhm.
Totally. Favorite social media platform for people to be in touch?
Instagram. So I'm on Instagram pretty much daily. I try to keep everything up to date. Um, so I'm on there a lot. And then if I'm not on Instagram, I'm usually just on Facebook.
Are you a iOS or Android user?
iOS.
We'll do one more. Let's say you're just out and about. Are you jamming music? Are you listening to podcasts, audiobooks, those kind of things?
So it's kind of 50-50. So I definitely listen to at least one or two podcasts a day. And usually the podcasts are in the morning. If I'm out in my car, usually I'm jamming out to music.
Love it. Erin, again, thank you. Obviously, Erin loves Instagram, so as she said, reach out to her there. But give us the locations for people to follow up. You know, your website,
Sure.
your handles online, anything like that. Your email, your phone number, any best method.
Yeah, so you can always call me or text me at my cell phone, which is 585-260-7926. And you can find our website at thebardancefit.com. So that's BARRE dancefit.com. And then all of our links to the social media are right on our website.
Love it. Love it. The bar, two R's and an E.
Yep.
Not barre, the bar dance fit.
It sounds cool. I like the fancy barre.
I like to close out with an opportunity for you to give our audience here just a single piece of advice or a tip or just wise words of wisdom or encouragement going forward in crazy times.
Yeah. So I am a podcast listener. So I listen to a lot of different inspirational things. So one of the things that I've taken away that's helped me is, I don't know if you've heard of the 5 second rule from Mel Robbins.
Is that the concept that if you can start it in 5 seconds to start it, or?
So basically it's counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you just do it
Got
without
it.
thinking about it. So that helps me get out of bed in the morning, right? That helps me make a decision that I'm kind of like on the fence about. So, you take 5 seconds and you think about it and you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's do it. So if you're on the couch and you're watching TV and you're like, oh, man, I should get up and I should stretch or I should work out, give yourself just 5 seconds. And when you get to 0, get up and just do it without even thinking about it. So that's kind of if you look up the 5 second rule by Mel Robbins, you can kind of get a little bit more detail on that. But that's just a little simple, small trick that, gives maximum impact.
I love it. I know personally, if I don't do something right away, I'll either get lazy or I might even get anxious. Let's say you're at a big event or a networking meeting or you see someone you look up to. Basically, take 5 seconds maximum and just go ahead and do it.
Right. So if you're wondering if you should go say hi to that person, you're just nervous. All right, say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just go do it without thinking about it.
Thanks for coming on the show, Erin. It's been fun.
Thank you. Yep, it's been a blast. Thank you again.
Thanks for listening to Rochester Business Connections. Don't forget to share this, rate, and comment on your favorite platform. You can also email me, ben@balbertmarketing.com. Let's connect soon. Until then, keep thriving, everyone.